Hello. Yes, it's been very cold. Haven't been outside much because it's been freezing. And this video is partially about that. However, we'll start with something else. I'm using a new camera today. Well, it's not a new camera. Well, it is a new camera. It was a new old stock camera because I wanted to try one out before I committed to them. So I bought it was very cheap DJI Action 3 new in the box, and obviously that's quite a few years old, but it hasn't got as big a sensor as my DJI as my GoPros, but it does the same resolution videos, and I only do 1080p. There's no point doing 4K for YouTube because they take all the detail out of it with their compression algorithms. But anyway, why did I do that? I'll take my handheld here for a moment and we'll point you in there, and you'll see there is a Hero 8 black, a Hero 9 black, and a Hero 9 medium mod, all dead. And the DJI or the GoPro stuff now, there's no reliability in it. This one here, that's an old Hero 4 black I've had for years. I mean, that's a 12-year-old camera. Never missed a beat. See the new stuff? It's shite. There's a GoPro, that's a 9 there. That's an 8 there. And my wee handheld here is using a 7. Okay, and so I'm trying out this DJI because I'm just fed up with GoPros breaking down on me. I mean, I don't buy new. I generally buy stuff second hand, but I would buy reasonably good quality. You know, stuff that's in good nick, and all those cameras are in lovely nick. Dead. The 8s, you know, there's the forums and the internet are filled with reports of them just dying for no apparent reason. But anyway, you don't want to really know that, what I'm spending on cameras. That's not very interesting, but we'll see how this DJI goes and we'll take it from there. I know DJI stuff. I'm using DJI. Can you see there? Yeah, let's see. Pull my jumper up. There it is. There's the DJI mic now. And I've got DJI drones, and I'm actually I like the quality and I like the build quality and all that sort of thing. So we'll see how they go. Anyway, where are we? Right, yes, winter. Winter has an interesting effect on my garage. It makes it fucking cold. Now, if we take my wee other handheld again, you'll see I have a Super Sure here. And to be honest with you, this is grand. It belts out the heat. I mean, I'm wearing 2 jumpers at the moment. Look, see, 2 jumpers. But once this has warmed the place up, it keeps it warm. It's cheap to run. I probably use a gas cylinder a year and they're 30 quid. So, yeah, fine. Perfectly serviceable. I have another one. There's actually another one hiding up in there, and I've never had to do a 2-heater. The only problem with the Super Sure, that's, I don't even know if that brand even exists anymore. The only problem with the gas heaters, and I've noticed this even more this year, because this thing here is obviously a big cold lump of metal, and it get covered in condensation, which isn't good. That's actually why I've got that wee towel over that, and I keep this closed to try and reduce the moisture that gets in there. And that is the reason I'm about to do what I'm about to do now. I'll put that camera down again, and I'll not put it down on my sleeve and then trap myself. we have got ourselves, I'll pick this camera up again, we've got ourselves this down here, which is your Chinese diesel heater. So this is what I'm doing today, is putting in the Chinese diesel heater. So give me a couple of seconds and I'll see if I can get this, it's quite a big box. I'll see if I can get this on the bench so you can see it at the same time, and my bench isn't really designed for things that are that big, but leave it with me. So give me 2 seconds. Right, there we go. We've got this thing unwrapped. I've had to take away my normal downward facing camera. And we're going to have to do this with this camera, which hopefully can see past me. I don't know because I can't see the camera screen. And we'll also use my little handheld. So if we bring the handheld round, and we see here a Chinese diesel heater. This is really exciting. That's the back of the heater. And if I turn it round, this is the front of the heater. There we go, set upright camera. There's a wee control panel here which apparently has Bluetooth. It's got a Bluetooth symbol. No idea about that. This one assumes is the output where the heat comes from. It has a little base it sits on, and as you can see here, there's obviously a tank inside. So if I put this down here, I'll just bring back, and we'll undo all these clips. I'll assume you can see that because I can't see what you see. 1, 2, 3. I'll go around to the other side. You can sort of see that. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. I had to take the lid off the diesel tank to get that all out. You can see that there. We'll turn you around a wee bit there. Okay, so yeah, it's really exciting. Let's turn it around here. It's quite flimsy without the cover on. So we have this, I'm assuming, is the diesel pump, because that comes out of there, comes round there and goes into there. That's the wee heater itself. This is going to be the DC in, because these are designed for camper vans and caravans, and they're designed to work on 12 or 24 volts. There really isn't a terrible huge amount to see. If I put this down again and just slowly put this on its side, you can see there. There's, I assume that's the inlet, because we've got a little thing that says air outlet there. There's air in, and there's an exhaust there. So yeah, that's really exciting. We'll bring this back. Now, I'll just lift this up. Okay. If I put this back here, you'll see we get various other bits and bobs here. So we have a wee It's a wee silencer muffler for our American cousins, with some nuts and bolts. A 30mm hole saw, which, yeah, great, that's fine, but it's not going to go through my brick wall. A manual, which, yeah, it actually looks quite good. It's actually in English. Woohoo! These Chinese things all come with a nice wee pair of gloves. I've got a nice wee collection of those now. Stop me getting dirty. Various Jubilee clips and other clips, and I just happen to know that that's the air intake there. Stop spiders getting in. That's the 12-volt power cable. That's a wee remote control for just on off. This is obviously I'm using it from mains, so that's just a wee mains adapter. Here we have, that's the air intake. I'll have to put this down here. That's the exhaust. This would normally, if you mounted this on a floor, under the floor of a camper, you'd bring this duct through the floor and that would be your hot air there. So what I'm going to do is obviously just put that nozzle on the front of the heater outlet. I'll assume it fits. Hold on a second. No, it doesn't fit, so I'll put a short length of this on. So that's all that we get. I'm going to put this in this corner of the garage here. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to have to sit down beside the superstar here. The first thing I'm going to do is give that a good clean out, because I see the mice have been in there. Yes, that looks like mice, although I haven't had full sunflower seeds for a very long time, so it's actually a long time since they've been in there. This kitchen unit here, there's nothing in it of any consequence, so I don't need to worry about there. So what I'll do is I'll get this all installed, drill a couple of holes for the air intake and for the exhaust, and run electrics to there, and we'll see you in a while. So cheers for now. Hello everyone. Diesel heater's fitted. Now it's running in the background and I'm interested. It'll be interesting when I listen to the audio of this how noticeable it is. It makes the sound very like a central heating burner, which is probably precisely what it is. But there's also a click of the fuel pump. Installation was relatively straightforward. Couple of core drill bits through a wall for the air inlet and the exhaust. Fill it up with I haven't run electric to it properly yet. I've got an extension lead over a bench, but it'll do for now. So I'll lift the handheld camera and we'll have a look at the heater itself, and that'll be it. It'll be a few days before I decide it's a wonderful thing, it's not a wonderful thing. It is belting out some heat. Now let's be fair there, it's throwing the heat out. But let me go to the handheld. Here's the handheld, and we'll go from there. So heater is down here in the corner beside my door. I've only put about a litre. It's actually kerosene or central heating oil that's in it, because I've got a 50 litres of that. I I'm going to shorten that air intake and I just put it on there to get the thing going and see what that was like. It'll be interesting to see what the noise is like compared to my voice and all that sort of thing. The microphone's obviously on my jacket here. But that's it. You'll probably not be able to see this. Well, you can there. There are the pipe with the white tape over it, that's exhaust tape. That's the exhaust obviously, and the pipe behind that, which you can hardly see, is the air intake. And they go out here, and we'll see the two of those there. My door's going to slam. No, it's not. With a wee muffler on the top and a wee air intake on the bottom, and as you can see, I fucked up with the core drill and got a bit of breakout, but we'll put a bit of mortar around that in good time. So that's that. Everything's fine there, and we'll go back inside. So here we go. So currently the temperature in here is 15.4 degrees. Now, I did have the gas heater on for a while, so that got the temperature up. It's now gone up to 15.5. So it was 15, I think, before I switched to the diesel heater, which has been on for about 40 minutes. So I'm happy. Let's say the blown air outlet, I need to just change that and angle it a bit and things like that. I need to put the cover on, which is there. I can control it from my phone on Bluetooth, so I don't have to worry about the control panel down there. Apparently you can get it working on Home Assistant, and that's one of the reasons that the wee temperature monitor I just showed you actually updates to my SQL server. So every 5 minutes it updates the temperature, so I can actually control the temperature remotely using Home Assistant if I can get it to talk to the Bluetooth on the diesel heater. So all in all, I'm quite happy. I'll report back at a later date with regard to a more long-term view on the temperature and things like that, but also on fuel usage. And we'll take, and there you go. The next thing, hopefully we'll be back to lathe videos. I need to bring, well, let's see, I have a new PC to go there, which I'll cover in the next video. And round here I need to fit the new tool post and fit the new tools into the holders, and then we'll get back to lathe videos. So there we go. It's been a good day, and it's going to be Christmas very soon. Woohoo! So I'll talk to you shortly, and be good people. Cheers.